Okay, not sure right now what Hecrob is really trying to do. Gets the cross up, but broken on the lights. Goes for the counter breaker. Nicky doesn't bite. Gets broken on the heavies. Breakers left and right here. Broken on the mediums. Nobody's really getting anything started right now. Alright, Nicky gets the first counter breaker. Wants to get that damage in. He's going to pop Instinct to make it safe so he can blow through a lot of this stuff. Decides to just go right in for the breaker. Spawn Skinny Guy. Gets the shadow counter here. And now he's going to be getting poked with the stick. And he wants to just kill the minion, but it trades, and Nicky is up about 30% of life. Alright, gets broken on the heavy linker. No punish there, because Nicky had the meter to burn. Doesn't fall for the counter breaker this time. Not really sure what's going on, to be honest. I know what Nicky's doing. It's still hard to understand, like, what Hecrob's going for. That was an opener ender, I believe. So we got Skinny Guy back in here, ready to cause some damage. Salty. Now he's going to get a few extra pokes here. Alright, I think Skinny Guy has one more hit on him. Deciding to go for damage. Hecrob coming back. Okay, he's gonna instant cancel DP. He's gonna go for the overhead, and I think he's just gonna try to burst out of it. He's gonna go for the cross up, opens him up, and he has a lockout on the heavies. Okay, he stuffs the shadow. He should ultra it. And Nicky's looking to take it. He's gonna have to deal with that, and Nicky takes your stuff out with Gargos, I think. Like, I haven't seen many people really doing much with this character. Because he's very awkward. He has all these tools and stuff, but he's just very awkward. Awkward to watch and all that stuff. But, Hecrob with the life lead right now. Grabs him out of Cyber Dash, goes for the damage grab. Nicky looking to throw him in the vortex, gets him. Sweep and destroy. Overhead. Alright, Hecrob's in a lot of trouble here. He's got to get out of this corner. He decides, catches him on the backdash, cancels in the instinct, gets him with the grab off the bounce. He's going to spawn Skinny. He's going to eat through because he has infinite armor and instinct, and decides to just go for the break. He wants to create some space so that way Skinny Guy can get behind him, but if he just ends this combo here, I think he actually probably should have went for some shadow, but he's going to take Fatty out anyway. Alright, Nicky's in trouble. It's a 3-on-1. Alright, now it's 2-on-1. Where did he go? Okay, there's Fatty. Alright, it just seemed like his people needed him. He went into outer space. Alright, Nicky takes the life bar. And Fatty is now dead. Knocked out of the air with the DP. Nicky wants to try to keep him locked down to this corner. Gets him with the counter breaker. Okay, he's popping instinct and it just... yeah. Alright, so Fatty's out. He has one less health. He only has one hit left, I think. He's going to go for the damage, and it seems like... alright, he's trying to keep him and his minion, like, around Nicky, so that way they can cause problems for both sides. He does have a charge, so the minion can do a special move. Well, he could have. And he gets hit with a hype beam, and Nicky takes 0. So we'll see how he handles Amenty and how Amenty handles the Omen. Toneri has 0 fear. just Dragon Ball Z. Gets him with the flip out. Gets broken on the heavy linker. Wow, these cross-ups. Tenery's just going in. Every week, I swear, his Omen gets nuttier. And I love it. So that was a perfect round. Let's see if Mira Juice can do this. Okay, we got some opening here. Gets the American Reset, gets broken on the lights. Keeping him open up, cancels Instinct to make it safe, gets him out of the Shadow Teleport. Keeping this pressure going on. Opening him up, gets broken on the heavies. There's the Vampire Mist. And it is on Omen now. Tenery getting the cross up, Shadow kicks. Gets out of the flip out with the teleport. Amenty needs to get some life back here. Alright, there's a little bit. He's trying to keep the pressure on. He's got to take this life bar here. This is his chance. And gets all the life back. Okay. He was in a little bit of danger there. But Tenery answering back. He doesn't want to lose this pixel of health here. This is absolutely insane. He's going to throw that out. Try and gets traded in the air. Okay. So fireball, slides, teleports. That's what we're going to see. More DBZ. That deep cross-up gets broken on the mediums. Amenty trying to get something started. But Amenty's just everywhere. Tenery's just everywhere. Finally not a perfect anymore, but Amenty still has a long way to go. Teleports right through the dash. He's going to slide to punish, but he gets up out of it. I'm not sure exactly what Amenty can do here. Tenery's just keeping the mix-ups going. And gets broken on the lights. And gets hit with the raw slide. Baits out the shadow counter. He's hitting the pokes when he needs to. This is absolutely impressive. I honestly don't even know what Amenty should be doing right now. DP. Anyway, so basically what Tenery's doing, he's using all that fireball pressure to create some frame traps and mix-up opportunities, build up a shadow meter, and then teleport in to bait something out. And it works. It's really good. And Tenery will move. Doesn't get distraught, so we'll see. Gets caught by the ankle slicer into a grab short combo. Hit with the overhead, no follow-up. Hit with the low in the combo, but breaks on the lights. Gotta deal with the triple axe pressure. He should be shadow countering that. Gets out of the ankle slicer, but no punish. Here comes the punish. Fluffy Pup's turn, goes for the reset, and broken on the heavy auto double. Right, just trying to create some space. He's gonna get hit by that. It's gonna hurt. Alright, he pops Instinct. He's gonna DP just to get out of that pressure. Hit with the flip out in the grab, and that's gonna waste a good bit of Fluffy Pup's Instinct. Mike and Ike looking very clean right now. With another call to the earth. I think Mike and Ike is like 100 out of 100 with those. Alright, he's going to punish on the whiff shadow counter, broken on the heavies. Alright, he now has the corner. He's got to make something happen. He just lets him walk out. You shouldn't do that. And locked out on the heavy leg drop. Hit him with the flip out. He's going to pop instinct, just the DP out of it and get out of this corner pressure. He's going to get hit with a DP as well. Not sure what that was, but it worked. And Mike and Ike, that was a pretty clean run for Mike. Alright, locked down the lights. Now he's in this corner pressure. Alright, trying to bury it out a counter breaker. I like Mike doing that, but that's Fluffy Pup's turn. He dropped the combo. That doesn't reach. Time to punish. Let's see what he can do. Alright, he has the lockout, but he blew out the combo. Picks it back up. Cash out that potential damage. Alright, so they're about even. Gets the cross up. Alright, Mike and Ike gets the breaker on the heavies. He's looking to triple axe in. Baits out the shadow counter. Hits him with the overhead into ankle slicer. But was able to grab out of it. He's able to block this DP here, but doesn't block the follow-up. He wants to gain this life back. He doesn't want to waste this instinct. He may not have a chance. And he gets hit with another DP. Alright, so we're about the same spot. Mike with about 30% of life. And Fluffy Pup's first instinct for naught. He just needs him. Oh no, the input error. He just needed a manual into DP ender. Alright, so just DPs and burns the shadow to make it safe just in case. Don't agree with it, but it gets the life bar down, that way you're not haunted by that pixel. Gets the cross up, gets nothing off of it. Hit with the cross up DP. Alright, looks like Mike's trying to bait for a shadow call to the earth. There it is! Alright, gets him with the cross up. This is gonna hurt. He's locked out. That's it. Thank you for playing, Fluffy Pup. Congratulations on making it into your first top 8. Alright, Nino putting on some damage here. Gets him with the overhead. Broke it on the lights. I like the fact that he's using the gun as pretty much a zoning tool, trying to keep him locked down. That way he doesn't fight his way out of the corner, even though he's really pushing Nino into the corner right now. Gets him with the jump gun combo, but broken on the medium. Alright, so he's got some overshield now. He can make something happen. And the overshield is now gone. He does have to save those bullets. Ooh, baits out the shadow counter. Not enough to kill. And he's going to hit him with another command grab. Nino on a really solid life lead right now. But, I mean, right now the big thing that's kind of just keeping him in check is the fact that he has all these bullets. And he needs to make them last, because he's only got 3 left. 1 left. Pokes him out of the overshield. He's going to get a combo off this, but drops. Alright, Sickle's just basically taking it easy, letting him exhaust his resources right now. He's got 1 bullet and he has to make it count. I mean, Sickle's just whittling away his life right now. He's got him opened up and broken on the heavy linker. Tried to shadow counter. Interesting. I don't think that works. Alright, so he's going to throw the grenade, get set up. But he's going to pop instinct to make it safe. Let the grenade blow up underneath. Very nice. Just to save the shield. And the last bullet is gone. Sickle has to make something happen, though, because Nino, pretty decent life lead still. He's got to blow through the overshield again. Oh, that shadow counter, and he's going to, yeah, be able to ultra. Good stuff. Alright, good blocks. Alright, good stuff from Nino right now. He's going to get the recap here. No, it was a little bit too early. Alright, so he's got to lock out. He's got to pile on damage here. He's saving a lot of bullets, too. Seems like he's going to save them for the last life bar, for the most part. Just starting to prove me wrong. Oh, the full screen command grab. I think he dropped. Alright, so it's Sickle's turn. He's got him in the corner. He can try and get some combos. Grab, reset. Broken on the heavy manual. Ooh, stuffs that shadow. Good stuff. And the parry? This Arbiter right now. He's got the grenade on. He has so many bullets left. He's in real control right now. And I think that's going to be it. It is. If you ever have any problems, hit us up on our Twitters and just sign in for the appropriate tournament. Alright. I have to see how Mike and Ike deals with this. Alright, he finds his way in, hits him from downfield. Alright, so Hecrob has the corner now, and he immediately backs up. Looks like Thunder has a good way of closing that distance, though, so it doesn't allow Hecrob to set up with the portal punches. Good break on the heavies. And the counter breaker? That hurts so much. That's death. No, that's not death. That's death. The thing about it is like every match that I've seen, even characters that I know very little about, I can kind of see where their strengths and weaknesses come into play. I just don't understand where Gargos is really supposed to play. Hecrob looking to fight back, opens him up. He goes for the portal punch ender, tries to get the grab for some shadow meter, I believe. And with the portal punch that does 4%. Alright, so he's going to pop Instinct to get out of this. Okay. Still think he probably should have went for the shadow, but he's just going to spawn Skinny. Alright, so Skinny's special attack is available. And it'll allow him to put some damage in, but Skinny Guy is now dead, I believe. Oh, and he gets the counter breaker, but the natural born counter breaker, Skinny Guy, helps out. Now we have both. We have the troublemakers. And Skinny Guy's gone. And he's back. There is so much to manage here. And he counters with his own drop. Both of his minions have their special attacks ready. Alright, he's going to pop Instinct. And that's going to hit, and Hecrob takes the first match. Stu protecting you. And he also has special attacks that you can use. There's just so much to manage. Alright, chasing him down. It looks like Mike and Ike's a little mad. Hecrob fighting his way out of the corner, though. He's going to counter back that DP. Alright, gets him to come in, but doesn't get the punish? And Micah Knight gets the counter breaker. Interesting. Dodges out of that, and there's a good punish. Think that, yeah, that's it. Okay. Alright, breaks on the medium Jago. He's gonna pop Instinct, then he's just gonna probably burst out. Yeah, he's gonna burst out of the cross up, spawn one minion. He's already got one life left. Hit him with the Portal Punch Ender for 23%, and here comes Fatty. Skinny guy is down. Alright, so him and Fatty teamed up. Alright, so Skinny and Fatty are both out. Fatty's dead. Mike and Ike is just ignoring Skinny, and he's gonna mix them up for days. That should be it. Okay, Mike and Ike answers back. Alright, hits him with the Portal Punch. Air to air, gets the cross up. Broken on the medium. Short combo for 17%. Mike and Ike's doing a really good job of closing that zoning distance in Gargos. Okay, so 2. USC3. He's going to pop Instinct, and I think he's just going to burst so that way he can get a little bit out of the corner. And Skinny's going to come in. Protect him. Nope, he gets knocked right down. Alright, Mike and Ike doing really solid right now. Alright, Skinny's special is up. He's gonna DP out of that, knock Fatty down. Gets the counter breaker and gets knocked out by Fatty. He just blows through all of them. And Hecrob makes a comeback. So both minion specials are up. And he is stuck in the middle. Okay, he's finally out. DPing to knock out Fatty and knock out Skinny. He's gonna go for the overhead, and I think he's gonna burst. Yep, just to avoid blocking. And Fatty's back. And Skinny. Alright, so he's got to deal with this pressure in the corner right now. He's just doing what he can to get away from those minions. Gets him with the overhead. And Fatty hits to save him. Got Instinct again. He's going to dash through. Burst. Now he's stuck in the corner with all three of these guys. He's just trying to close the distance. And Hecrob takes it over Mike. Fight! So right now, Nino looks to be in a good spot, but Amenty is changing up that life lead. That parry, though! And the recapture grenade here. That pressure from Nino. Another recapture breaks on the mediums. And gets hit with the command grab, and that'll be it. First match goes to Nino. What's going on here? Did he just miss his character select? Oh, he picked the wrong character. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. Okay, so now that we're in the real match. Alright, let's see what Nino can do here. Goes for the flip out, grenade recap. Oh, but wait, what? Okay, Nino's still got a couple bullets left. Oh! Got the grab so the grenade didn't catch. Alright, he has full pips on daggers, but he threw one dagger away. He's trying to pick up the other one. He's gonna pop instinct. Alright. Nino still has a lot of bullets left, trying to interrupt anything that Amenty throws at him. But Amenty's on full meter, full instinct, full pips. Alright, going for the juggle, the Mantis cash out. I like the fact, okay. So I like the fact that he went into the overshield to deal with the homing dagger. Alright, Nino answers back. He has full instinct, 1 bar meter. Still only has 2 bullets left. Gets the grab, tacks on the grenade. Right now, Amenty only has 1 dagger. Is this gonna be a grenade chip war? Use the shadow to get the overshield. Looking for the command grab here. Shadow DP will work. This command grab, he's going to attack on the grenade. Let's see what kind of pressure he has in the corner. Amenty jumps out of the command grab. Alright, Nino has to make something happen here. This could be it. Alright. Amenty takes the second round. Maybe he figured something out in that match against Amenty. Right now, I like the fact that he's using the bullets to kind of keep her from getting the daggers right now. Okay, he got one dagger back. Nino's trying to keep it locked down. I like how he's using the gun space to keep the daggers down on the ground so that way Maya can't get them. I don't agree with Nino going in. Okay, but it works out. Gets the recap. Amenty trying to make up that health difference. Alright, good punish. Goes for the command grab. Attacks on the grenade. Oh no, he put himself in the corner, not like this! Ooh, blows through the daggers. Gets broken on the medium. What was even that noise? Alright, so the big problem right now is Nino has no bullets. He's going to be able to capitalize, and he has the lockout, he can put on the damage. And Nino takes it over Amenty. Alright, the command grab into the damage for 18%. Very nice. Nino looking to answer back, attacking on the grenade. Attacking on another grenade, keeping him in the corner. It's the recap, broken on the medium. Alright, Hecrob looking to fight back in this stone skin. Now we got skinny. He says, nope, not having any of that. I don't think he should use that many bullets, though. Skinny's gone. Going for the command grab. And Fatty's dead. Skinny, I think, has one hit on him. This flight from Gargos is insane. Alright, so they're back out. The gang's here, guys. Alright, I think... Okay, nope, Fatty's still there. And he burns the grenade to kill Fatty. Alright, gets it around the shadow counter. Nino looking good right now. Gets the counter breaker. Alright, Hecrob needs to get something going. The minions aren't working. He's going to pop Instinct. I think he's just going to look for a way to get out and burst so he doesn't get punished. Nino does have 3 bullets, and I think it will kill. The grenade's gonna save him. Alright. Alright, the pressure from Nina right now. Hecrob answering back, goes for the command grab. Alright, he's going to tack on a grenade here. Keep the pressure up in the corner. Alright, here comes Skinny. Gets through the poke. Hits Skinny for one. Doesn't fall for the counter breaker. Hits Skinny for two. Skinny is down. And that could be the round. And it is. Alright, Skinny is back out. He has 1 HP. Alright, Hecrob looking for something. He's going to get punished there. Gets broken on the medium. Gonna pop instinct. He's going to burst. Oh no! Goes for the shadow command grab. Does 9%. He's just going to try to poke him out with these punches. Alright, he has the time lockout. He could do this. And gets the counter breaker, and Nino is going to move on into Losers Finals. Looks like... Alright, Toneri looking to start some of his mix-ups. Doesn't get the dash, I don't think, and that's what caused him to get punished there. Looking to find his way in on Nicky, and he does. He has a lockout, and he's going to choose to keep him into the corner, see what mix-ups he can get. And Nicky TP's out. Alright, good anti-air from Nicky. Gets the overhead. He's going to put him into the corner. Or not. He's just going to leave him in mid, and he's going to get punished here. No break from Nicky. Alright, the pressure from Nicky right now. He TPs to try and get something. Alright, he's going to restand him into the corner. And he has a lockout. Chance to put on some damage. He's going to cancel into the shadow. Popping an instinct to keep it safe. And cyber dashes forward. Oh, in the glove touch, but Nicky comes out on top. Toneri just trying to work his way in, try to get that chip damage. Ooh, could have gotten the punish there. And pokes out of the overhead. Alright, good stuff from Toneri, keeping his composure. That deep cross up. It's broken on the lights. Alright. Nicky just trying to win the zoning battle right now. And gets the break on the Shadow Cyber Dash. He's going to pop Instinct to just counter that. Alright, so Nicky doesn't have any access to pips right now. Oh, this may be Nicky's chance into Ultra, and Nicky takes the first match. gentlemen, I am back. Toneri is up on life, and he actually has Nicky locked out on most of his meter. Gets the breaker on the medium, throws out the shadow orbs to try and lock him down. Gets out of the grab, re-stands him in the corner. Broken on the medium manual. And Nicky takes the first life bar off of Toneri. Nicky got him with the overhead. He's got the medium lockout. He can stack on damage here. Just the wall bounce. That overhead. And the deep cross-ups. He cancels in instinct. He wants to lock out the meter as much as he can. And gets the counter breaker. This is Toneri's chance. Alright, he needs one hit left. He's going to throw out the shadow orb. And one's going to hit Nicky. And Toneri takes it. Alright, Toneri putting on the pressure early. Gets the punish and the early lockout. And gets the counter breaker! Toneri on a roll right now. Opens him up. Gets broken on the lights. Alright, gets out of the overhead, trying to keep on the pressure. He's going to get DP'd out of that. Catches him on the backdash with the shadow aura, or the regular aura. I'm going to pop instinct. Hopefully lock out some of this meter if he can. Opens him up, gets broken on the lights. He'll punish here, and he still gets his chance, and opens him up. Alright, Toneri with a little bit of a life lead here. Okay, opens him up, gets broken on the mediums. And gets caught with the pip cancel into DP. Alright, pretty much on an even playing field right now. Nicky is on full pips though, so he's able to get a lot of damage and he has high mobility. Toneri has to find a way in. Alright, Nicky finally hits him. Trying to chase him down, but it seems like Toneri can't get in. Okay, he opens him up. And gets broken on the shadow kicks. Okay, he gets the punish on the forward roundhouse. Okay, he opens him up again. And he has a lockout on the lights. Alright, Toneri now has the life lead. Oh no, he gets through that. He gets the breaker. He's going to block that again. Nicky does have instinct now, so he's going to be gaining pips very fast now. And Nicky opens him up into Ultra. Alright, opens up with the DP. Alright, he has the lockout. He's going to get corner pressure here. Alright, so there he gets in there. Has the early lockout. Alright, another lockout as well. I wonder if Toneri's going to pick up that Nicky's pretty much breaking right at the beginning of every combo. He needs to start punishing that. Yep, right there. Alright, gets him with the overhead. I think that's going to be life bar unless he gets a break. Brings him up twice. Alright, so he's going to lock out the rest of his meter, so he's not going to be able to get pip cancels. And he's going to make sure these stack. Punish just the teleport. I think Toneri picked on that when he was teleporting, he was trying to bait out the shadow fort like that. Alright. Pretty even game. Now comes the chase down game. Ooh, almost got counter broken there. Gets the flip out into slide. It's Toneri special. Toneri special again. And he has a lockout. Pile on some more damage here. Alright, Toneri looking really good. He's going to use the fireballs to cover his way in, and he's going to DP out. Oh, he can get the punish, and he does. Alright. Nicky starting early, trying to keep him out of the air and lock him down on the ground. He gets the cross up again. And broken on the mediums. Alright, the pressure here is pretty good. Nicky's got to find a way to get out. The cross-ups right now from Toneri. He's going insane. He's going to use the Shadow Fireballs to cover his way in. Knock him out of the DP. He's going to get hit by that. Oh, he could have got a punish there. Alright. Very solid first round for Toneri. I think Nicky needs to change up some of the stuff he's doing real quick. I think he's playing way too much of a zoning game, and Toneri's adapted to it. Alright, good break. Ooh, he went for it. He's going to get punished. Zor to get out and DP on Wake Up. Alright, Nicky's even stuff up a lot. He's sitting on 5-6 pips right now. He's going to spend some of them to try to cyberport in. Backdashes. It's broken. Opens him up. Catches him again with another cyber dash. Nicky has no pips right now. Nicky's going to keep challenging it with that cyber dash. Alright, and Nicky will move on to Grand Finals. Woo! Alright, let's see how he handles this. It's the cross up, opened up, and broken on the light slide. Opened up. Nino going in right now. Keeps catching him on Wake Up with triple axe. They're going to trade in the air. Toneri's now out. Another trade in the air. Nino's winning a lot of these exchanges. Alright, no break. There's going to be a DP. Alright, hits him with the Shadow Command Grab just to take the life bar. Alright, gets him with a triple axe again. He's really commanding in this corner. And gets the Shadow Counter on the heavy triple axe. Alright, broken on the mediums though. Alright, Needham has him in the corner again. Baited it out. Throwing out the medium triple axe. Gets crossed up in the corner. And another call to the earth. Drops instinct. Ooh, that's not going to work. That's punish. Teneri has to make something happen right now. He has, like, no meter, no instinct. He's just got to really try and outplay Nino. Gonna pop an instinct. And he opens him up, and Nino takes the first match. Alright, Nino starting off with a 4% combo. Teneri trying to get in and get the punishes, but gets hit with the leg drop. Whew. Alright, good breaks on the mediums. Alright. No break. Teneri with a little bit of a life lead here. Just trying to keep Nino locked down. This is where I do feel Nino does struggle a bit. Where he has to make up a life lead, and I feel like he does, just like I said with Bloody earlier, he tries to force a lot of stuff happening. The Teneri special, locked down on the lights, and that's going to be the life bar. Alright, nice teleport, but Nino answers back. Trying to keep Teneri out of his airspace. Alright. Wow, okay. Fancy combo there from Teneri. Gets the slide, broken on the lights. Alright, now Nino's locked out of all his shadow meter. This is Teneri's chance to kind of go in. And he's going to. Opens him up, but broken on the mediums. Gonna pop instinct, DP. Nope. And Teneri takes the second match. Alright, Teneri looking to go in. Broken on the heavy. Walked out of the air with Nino. Yeah, right now those bullets are keeping Teneri locked down. Yeah, Nino took that first round pretty clean. He's gonna get the overshield, that way he can blow through the projectiles. It's open up, but broken on the lights. Nice anti-air. Gets the recap. A lot of damage there. Pop instinct and I'm down. Alright. Hits him with the command grab, grenade setup. Gonna block the grenade. Keep himself safe. Baits out the anti-air, gets him with a hit. Alright, gets grabbed over the heavy end Rekka. Gets hit with that, that's gonna be a recap. And broken with the mediums. Okay, opens him up. And broken on the shadow. Trying to keep him in check. Alright, opens him up. What's the mix up here? Goes in the command grab for the hard knockdown. Alright, gets him with the low, broken on the heavy. And another command grab with the grenade setup. Gets him with another grenade. The second one did miss. Ooh, uses the grenade against him and gets the lockout. And there he's taking the first life bar. Let's go. Okay. Hisako, babe. Let's go. And gets the shadow counter. Okay. Alright. Ooh, and here comes the counter hit combos. Command grab restand. Ooh, I think he went for a parry cancel and Nino answered. Okay. Both players doing very well right now. And gets the parry. And another lockout. He's going to stack on the damage. I see him dropping for command grab reset. No, just decides to cash out. Okay, you got the backdash from the instant cancel. And the reset. I don't even know what he was going to break there. Ooh, baits out the shadow counter. Gets the breaker on the lights. He does have instinct. He's got to watch out for these bullets. Oh, it opens him up into Ultra, and Toneri takes the fourth match. The surprise. Seems like she needs a hug. She's very angry. Ooh, gets him with the overhead. Short for the hard knockdown. Alright, good punish. Alright, now here comes the corner pressure. Trying to fight his way out. Gets called to the earth. And another one immediately. Catching him on the backdash. Nino just landing every call to the earth in the game. Hits him with the overhead. Broken on the medium doubles. Alright, just waiting patiently for somebody to do something. And they both whiffed! They hugged! See, she just needed a hug. Alright. Hits him with the overhead again. Broken on the medium. And again, the overhead. And locked out on the mediums. Time to stack on some damage here. And another punish on the Onrya's on. Broken on the lights. And he's going to answer back. I think he could have parry canceled that. Alright, gets through, gets the call to the earth. The flip out, parry. And broken on the medium linker. He has the instinct. He needs to go in and caught on the backdash. Broken on the light manual. Answers that back. We're getting some juggle combo. Flip out. Gets caught. And drop for a Shadow Call to the earth. Only a true master. And that will be it. And Nino will go on to fight Circa Nicky in Grand Finals. Alright, he's going to attack on another grenade. Still not going to work. Another grenade. DP's out of the command grab setup, but the grenade keeps him safe. Alright, Nicky putting in work right now. Not letting Nino get anything set up in the corner. I think he tried to parry. And Nicky about 50% of his first life bar. Alright. Breaks on the heavy. Alright, I think that's the life bar. Okay, Nino answering back. SoCal Tex, this is Grand Finals. Nino won Losers Finals. Ooh, hit him with the height beam! And that will be it, and Nicky takes the first match. Nicky's starting off with the grab. Teleport shenanigans. Not allow Nino to get up or get anything started. Alright, Nino trying to answer back, but gets caught with a DP. Grabs him out of the teleport, tacks on a grenade. Alright, the overshield is already gone. That grenade's gonna... Oh no, that's projectile invulnerable. Alright, attack on the grenade. He's evening things up real quick. Uses the grenade against him, but breaks on the lights. Use the gun butt combo. Pop instinct to make it safe, and parries the cyber dash. And Nino taking the first life bar. Alright, gonna attack on that grenade. He still has a lot of bullets left. Trying to get these cross-ups in. Nicky, really good blocking right now. And no break, takes second life bar. Trying to get out of there, gets the overhead, knocks him back. Trying to fight his way out of the corner here. Blows through the overshield, but breaks on the heavies. Ooh, doesn't bite for the counter breaker. Gets broken on the mediums. Oh, still not biting on the counter breaker. I think Nicky's fishing. Gonna pop the instinct parry through the roundhouse. Alright, and he has the lockout right now. Alright, he's going to attack on the grenade, keep himself safe. Nicky's going to pop instinct, try to DP, and it's not going to work. He's going to get the recap, and Nino answers back. The score is now 1-1. Ooh, try to counter break. Already got punished hard. Now he's in the corner, he's got to deal with some of this pressure. Gets him out of Cyber Dash. Gets the counter breaker. Time to attack on the damage. And a grenade. What's the mix up? Gets DP'd. trying to keep the pressure up. Challenges the DP. I think he's blowing through bullets a little too fast. Alright, he's going to get a grenade on it. Gets the flip out. Alright, you got hit with a grenade, but broken on the medium manual. Alright, trying to end the round with a gun just wasn't enough. And jumps out of Cyber Dash for the cross-up. Now he's going to waste out Nicky's instinct. And get some overshield while he's at it. Alright, pop instinct. I think he was looking for a parry. Alright, breaks in the medium. And he eats the whole height beam. And that's going to be a life bar for Nino. Nice anti-air. Trying to keep Nicky locked down here with the range. Alright, the way to get out of the DP. Alright, he is now out of bullets, so he loses a lot of options there to keep Nicky locked down. He's got to deal with a lot of this pressure. He's getting pips really quick. Alright, no. Ooh, counter break attempt. Oh, and he has the lockout. This is Nino's chance. And 2 rounds. Alright, Nino's starting early. He's going to attack on a grenade. Get the command grab. Just in time for that, but goes to the counter breaker. A lot of people not biting on counter breakers today. Gets the recap. Does nothing with it. I think he may have missed it inputted. That was opener to ender. Gets him with the overhead, okay. And gets him with the command grab. Alright, Nicky trying to make something happen. Blocks the grenade just in time. He is in instinct, so he's trying to keep as much pressure. And gets the counter breaker. This may be a life bar for Nicky. Ooh, just barely enough. Ooh, wasted that shadow meter. And the instinct, so this is going to hurt. Alright, Nicky answering back pretty hard right now. Nino has some life to make up. Alright, he gets it, and he has a lot of bullets left. Knocks him out of the teleport, and he's going to try to keep him in check as much as he can with the gun. Attack on the grenade. That's going to get a recap in Nino's favor, but broken on the lights. Nicky trying to keep him locked down. He just popped the overshield. He's going to get the shadow counter. Okay, and a weird lockout. Alright, Nino with the life lead. Nicky's going to try to answer back with a DP and an instinct of his own. That juggle combo. Alright, this could go either way. Knocks him back. Opens him up. And Nino has reset the bracket. Woo! Okay, guys. He's looking for that 5th win. Alright, breaks in the mediums. Nino already getting himself up there. Working on, I think, a perfect. The attack on the grenade here, Nicky. Ooh. I think that was a panic there. Alright, has him open up. It's Nicky's turn. He's got the corner. He's going to try and create some pressure here. Lets him jump out. Alright, Punishes the DP, and he has the lockout. But one from the counter breaker, too late. Alright, he has the lockout. Nicky can pile on a lot of damage here. What's the mix-up? He's gonna pop. So that way he has the overshield. Ooh, and just the break. Alright, and takes it. He's gonna waste out the rest of both instincts. That way they start even. And he still has overshield up. Nicky is on full pips. So that means he's going to be faster and have a few more options with pip canceling. That's going to get punished. And he's going to throw him to the corner with a grenade. Recap. Oh, he didn't know what to do with that. Okay, so we'll just try for it again. That's going to get punished. He just cyber dashes just not to deal with the pressure. Gets hit by wake up overshield, and that'll take the life bar. Alright. Nicky can still do this. He can still do this. He's about to have instinct. He's building up those pips. He's probably going to have 6 by the time the next round starts. And Fulgore hits pretty hard. He's going to have a grenade on him. He does have instinct. You're going to see a DP just to keep him on the ground. But no, he kept pressing buttons and, messed up the punish with the counter breaker attempt. Alright, he's going to pop instinct, so he has overshield. Alright, Nicky has him open up. No break on Shadow Cyber Dash. Nicky changed that life lead up pretty quick. Hits him with the overhead, and Nicky answers back. Takes the first match of the second set. Alright, gets him with the cross up. He's already got the grenade on. It's not going to count, so he's going to throw another grenade. I like the fact that he's keeping Nicky locked in the corner. He's already got a lockout. Throw into the corner with a grenade. Alright. Good answer from Nicky, but the grenade got him, but he still broke on the medium manual. Teleport into DP. He answers the teleport. Wow. Quick round for Nino. But Nicky did it last game. He can do it again. Gets him with the cross up. Takes down the overshield. And he decides to put him in the corner, trying to get some mix-ups here. Baits out the grab. Throws his own grab in. More mix-ups here. But gets broken on the heavies. Opens him up with jump gun, but broken on the mediums. Pops instinct so he can have the parry and the overshield. That should have knocked him out of the air, actually. Okay, gets the punish on the Shadow Cyberport, but drops the combo. Alright, he just gets overshield back. I don't know why he wasted the Shadow on that. Challenges him in the air off the DP. Now there's a grenade on him. He still has guns. That's still not going to work, so throw another grenade on. Okay, that didn't work, so throw another grenade on. He's going to pop instinct so he can get pips back. No punish. Hits him. Oh, went for the counter breaker! It's Ultra! Alright, and Nino answers back. Whew. Start of the match. Nino gets a counter breaker. Gonna attack on that damage. And a grenade in the corner. Gets the recap. Oh, a little bit too early. And another counter breaker! Is this going to be life bar? And one bullet. So that was a perfect life bar. Gonna pop instinct off the block DP. Challenges Cyber Dash, works out in his favor, but gets broken on the lights. Drop the combo. Nino's turn. Oh, went for a counter breaker. He's gonna get punished. Don't get greedy. And breaks on the lights. Gonna knock him back to get the overshield. Shoot him with the gun, but it's not gonna work. Okay, get the punish on the Cyber Dash. Nice backdash. Let's see a break. Yes, we will in the lights. Cyber dash into DP to close the distance. Chases him on the backdash. Gets a reset and a counter breaker. That's going to be the life bar. Gonna punish the DP. Tack on a grenade. Didn't work. Tack on a grenade. Gets out. And that will actually be good for Nicky. Gets the mix up. Doesn't get anything off of it. Closing up that life lead pretty well, though. Alright, he's gonna cancel into Instinct to Shadow Cyber Dash in. A nice combo. What's the setup? That's gonna be punish! Nino is up 2 games to 1. One step away from decrowning Nicky, the king of these online events. Will Nicky come back? A little bit of BM Ultra here. Alright, Nino's starting off strong again. He has the grenade on. Alright, challenges the Cyber Dash. Just keeping the pressure on right now. Nicky trying to fight his way out. Gets hit with the Overshield Shadow. Punished again on the Cyber Dash. Nothing off of it. Broken on the lights. Cyber Dash into DP to get the corner to create some pressure. He has the lockout. What's the mix-up? Fireball pressure into low. Works. Alright, hit with the Shadow Overshield. Tack on a grenade. Will it work? If not, tack on another grenade. And the grenade worked that time. Nino looking very clean right now. Alright. Trying to get the pressure on. Nicky evening things up real quick. Alright. Oh no! That's a break of the light. The combo. No grenade though. There's the grenade. And he gets him. Didn't work. Throw on another grenade. Doesn't work. No other grenade. Gonna get the recap here. Went for the counter breakers. Not gonna go. Didn't go for the counter breaker. Okay. They're looking on point right now. But Nicky can't bring it back. Gets him with the overhead into DP. Misses the shadow counter, and Nino is your new KI Pro League Online Tournament Series champion. Congratulations to Nino with the Arbiter. I think this is the first Arbiter.